Episode 2, Beyond Traditional Code Review. Picture this, it's Game 7 of the NBA Finals. The arena's packed tighter than a New York subway car during rush hour. Every shot, every pass, every decision is analyzed by dozens of high-speed cameras, instant replay systems, and stat trackers that catch things the human eye might miss. That's exactly what AI Code Review is doing for software development in 2025. Just like how the NBA's replay center in Secaucus, New Jersey, can zoom in on a basketball barely grazing a fingertip, modern AI Code Review can spot bugs, so subtle they'd make a Philadelphia lawyer's arguments look straightforward. Remember Y2K? That was like the software equivalent of the Chicago Cubs' 108-year World Series curse, a disaster everyone saw coming but nobody quite knew how to handle. People were stockpiling canned goods like Costco was going out of business, all because of a date formatting issue. Fast forward to 2025, and our AI systems are like having the entire MLB analytics department, the NFL's instant replay team, and NASA's mission control all watching your code at once. You're sitting there at your desk, Spotify playing your coding playlist, your third Dunkin' cold brew sweating next to your keyboard. You're about to push your code, feeling as nervous as a rookie stepping up to bat at Fenway Park, with the green monster looming over your shoulder. That nagging feeling that you might have missed something. It's like checking if you locked your Tesla in a downtown Detroit parking lot. We've all been there, like a Minnesotan wondering if they really did plug in their car's block heater before that -30 degrees Fahrenheit night. Last episode, we talked about AI coding assistants. Think of them as your personal batting coach, like the one who helped Aaron Judge perfect his swing. Today, we're focusing on AI Code Review, your digital umpire with vision clearer than a Colorado mountain morning. Let me drop a stat that'll hit you harder than a hockey check at a Bruins game. The average developer spends 6.7 hours per week reviewing code. That's longer than a full Lord of the Rings movie marathon at AMC, including all the preview trailers and that awkward sprint to refill your popcorn during the Battle of Helm's Deep. And still, bugs slip through like teenagers into an R-rated movie at a small-town cinema. Why? Because we're human, and humans get as tired as a Walmart greeter during Black Friday doorbusters. Let's scout out the major players in the 2025 AI Code Review League. Consider this your ESPN-style breakdown. 1. DeepCode AI, the Tom Brady of code review, reads patterns better than Bill Belichick reads opposing defenses, makes predictions sharper than a Las Vegas odds maker during Super Bowl week, more consistent than In-N-Out burger quality. Sorry, East Coast folks, but you know the legend adapts to new challenges faster than a Seattle resident adjusting to actual sunshine. Think of DeepCode AI as that seasoned veteran quarterback who's seen every defensive scheme imaginable. Just like how Brady could spot a blitz before the defense even knew they were blitzing, DeepCode catches potential issues before they even become problems. It's got more tricks up its sleeve than a street magician in Times Square. 2. Amazon Code Guru, the San Antonio Spurs during the Tim Duncan era, built on fundamentals stronger than a Chicago deep dish pizza crust, optimization suggestions smoother than Michael Jordan's fadeaway at the United Center, security insights more reliable than a Canadian apologizing after a minor inconvenience, documentation clearer than a Minnesota lake in winter. Code Guru is like that old school basketball coach who's been running the same proven plays since the gym had wooden backboards. It might not be as flashy as some newcomers, but it gets results more consistently than a Green Bay Packers quarterback controversy stirring up drama. 3. SonarQube AI, the Swiss Army knife, or should we say, the Bill Belichick's playbook, handles multiple languages better than a Montreal food truck owner during festival season, tracks technical debt clearer than your Venmo balance the morning after a night out in Nashville, more adaptable than a Californian's wardrobe during fire season, customizable like a Five Guys burger order in Pentagon City. Real world performance review. Let's dive into a real code review session. Just like how Tony Romo can predict plays before they happen in the CBS booth, watch our AI spot these issues in real time. The performance audit, aka the Monday morning quarterback phase, cash misses sticking out like a Yankees fan at Fenway Park, memory leaks bigger than the potholes on a Chicago street after winter, database queries running longer than a TSA line at LAX. During holiday season, optimization opportunities more obvious than a tourist wearing socks with sandals in Miami Beach. Security scan, the digital TSA pre-check. Think of AI security review like the security at a Vegas casino, it sees everything. Our AI tools are scanning for SQL injections sneakier than a card counter at the Bellagio, authentication bypasses shadier than a ticket scalper outside Madison Square Garden, cryptographic weaknesses more obvious than a rookie trying to bluff at the World Series of Poker, data exposure risks bigger than a celebrity wardrobe malfunction at the Super Bowl halftime show, code quality assessment, the Olympic judge panel. This is where our AI reviewer shows off its expertise, like Gordon Ramsay critiquing a microwave dinner, design patterns cleaner than a Minnesota sidewalk after a snowplow, function complexity scores precise as an Olympic gymnastics judge, code organization neater than Marie Kondo's sock drawer, naming conventions more consistent than a Starbucks barista's misspellings, performance optimization, the NASCAR pit crew phase, just like how a NASCAR pit crew can spot a tire issue before it becomes a problem, our AI catches resource utilization issues faster than a New Yorker spotting a tourist, threading problems more tangled than Chicago traffic during a Cubs game. Memory management messier than a toddler at a barbecue joint, API calls slower than mall traffic on Black Friday, team integration. The draft day strategy, bringing AI review to your team is like drafting a rookie sensation. It needs the right environment to thrive, set up simple as ordering from a drive-through, but with better accuracy training, smoother than a Hollywood Hills Tesla autopilot integration, seamless as a hot knife for Wisconsin butter adoption, natural as Yankees fans booing the Red Sox. Content continues with equally rich analogies through each section. The implementation playbook, your fantasy football draft strategy. Here's your step-by-step guide to winning with AI code review. 1. Initial setup. The preseason. Configure your tools like you're setting up your fantasy football draft rankings. Establish baselines clearer than the instant replay rules. Quality gates stronger than stadium security. 2. Team training. The training camp. Get your developers more excited than kids at Disney World. Build habits stronger than a Seahawks home field advantage. Create documentation clearer than a Colorado Mountain View. 3. Continuous improvement. The regular season. Track metrics like ESPN tracks QB ratings. Gather feedback faster than Twitter during a Super Bowl. Adapt quicker than a Chicago driver dodging potholes. Future outlook. The scouting report. The future of AI code review is brighter than Times Square on New Year's Eve. We're seeing natural language processing smoother than a jazz solo in New Orleans. Learning capabilities faster than a Silicon Valley startup's growth. Integration options more diverse than a Portland food truck scene. Customization deeper than Chicago-style pizza. Success stories. The highlight reel. Let's look at some wins bigger than the Super Bowl. How a Seattle startup reduced bugs faster than Amazon delivers packages. Why a Boston fintech's code quality improved more than Tom Brady's diet. How a Toronto team's productivity shot up higher than Drake's streaming numbers. Common pitfalls. The blooper reel. Watch out for these rookie mistakes. Over-reliance more dangerous than a Minnesota driver on black ice. Configuration issues messier than a Philly cheesesteak team. Resistance stronger than a Patriots defense. Conclusion. Just like how instant replay changed sports forever, AI code review is transforming software development. It's not about replacing human reviewers, it's about giving them superpowers better than anything in the Marvel universe. Next week's preview, get ready for our deep dive into AI-driven testing, from unit tests to end-to-end, because if you thought this was game-changing, wait until you see how AI is revolutionizing testing like the three-point shot changed basketball. We're talking about automation smoother than a Stephen Curry jump shot and coverage broader than Tom Brady's passing game. Remember, in the world of modern development, running code without AI review is like playing football without instant replay. You might get by, but why take the risk when the technology's right there? Keep coding, stay awesome, and let's meet back here next week for another deep dive into the future of development.